it looks like. So I guess they're closing. It looks like they're closing down. They must be closing early. What time? Oh, it's 8 already. I didn't see. So it probably happened because people wanted to hear something more somewhere. I don't know where they are. Could be just inside. Yeah, the store's closing. I thought it was open a little bit longer. I know there's other stores around here that might have the shoes I'm looking for. I don't know what time the sporting goods store closes, but I can look there. So Jesus starts speaking about people that were in, let's say, Jerusalem at that point. Let's just say he was yelling at the Sadducees, Pharisees, the Sanhedrin, and he's saying, you're not letting these people enter. You're not entering yourself. That's still happening, and it's even worse today. And it's in every religion. Again, it's Satan, and it's a thing, and it pops up everywhere. 100%. Now, the liberal church is the same way because they're not going to let a conservative in. So again, you see, I'm not the liberal church because the liberal church will tell me liberal, conservatives will say I'm. And it's mostly just the satanic people trying to get me casted out of every location that they could. They don't find themselves satanic, but they are. Actually, the satanic people are like illusions. They make them look satanic. They're just possessed by the church and the other people that want to live out some sort of illusory fantasy. And now they have physical organization that will kill out anybody trying to go to the church that they don't want to in, and do it like shadows. So, it's not happening. Oh, you're crazy if you talk about it. You're crazy if you don't talk about it, because one day you got to stand before God, and many of you won't. God said they're already judged in the Bible. It's in there. You'll find it. They're not standing before me. So the Bible warns you of judging people by what they appear to be. And the disciples were pretty happy about it. They were like, I'm not, let's not be respecters of persons. We're not going to play that game. Now, the question is, could they apply it to a transgender person? We don't have a lot of that information. It speaks ill of effeminate people. But again, I explained before, the effeminate people used to try to change people into transgender. They were attacking the Jews. They hated the Jews because they weren't gay. So again, that's where that comes from. 100%. There's a lot more to the Bible, but yet it's all in there. Well, God gave me experience where I spoke to a couple of transgender people online. I wasn't feeling well, and I was telling them, and I couldn't get healthy. And again, the deep state most likely attacked me, maybe even drugged me. And I said, they were righteous. You can't say they weren't. So I found at least 2 or 3 righteous transgenders out of like 2 or 3. So again, thank you, Lord. I mean, there were others that weren't, but that particular moment in time, right? And again, like they're willing stuff and they're psychologically operating people, and then they're pointing at the person as if they have some issue. I mean, they're spending millions and millions of dollars to adjust people where they want them, including psychological torture. And again, it's absolutely illegal, but cops are part of making that money, and they laugh about it. All right, let me think what would be the best store for this. I can't remember that store. What was store. Oh, that was just the newer stuff. Yeah, I probably could go in here. Let me make sure they're still open. It's pretty interesting that I'm able to travel to this location and actually peacefully shop. What'd you do? Execute the neighborhood watch people? I don't know if they're open or not. It's like there's a dummy there. That's it. Store hours. They're open. There was some cop watching the GPS. They're open.